the NEC is expected to conclude its virtual meeting today. Pelane Phakgadi is monitoring developments where that is concerned, and we're going to get a preview in terms of what to perhaps expect once they do announce. But for now, let's talk about matters that they are seized with, from international relations to renewal. An interesting road ahead to the 55th National Elective Conference.
An interesting road that you were actually put through, because it seems like it has been rocky, and I can tell you for sure that all the NEC members are looking to ensure that they come to be one unit and address a lot of the challenges. So the ANC is meeting amid all sorts of activities it is engaged in. There are national conferences that are coming here. I'm talking about the leagues, the Women's League, the Veterans League, and the Youth Leagues. They are all due to hold their conferences. So the National Executive Committee will be talking about progress made into ensuring that the leagues do sit for their conferences. But that is not the only item that the highest decision-making body between conferences is going to be talking about. Currently, we do know that they are in talks. I'm sure that they will also touch on the National General Council, which, according to its constitution, should sit. It never was convened over the last 5 years. So there is a policy conference in which Pule Mabi, at their last press conference, said ideally it should be able to sit just around July of this year. They will also look at the program of action for what the party calls the African National Congress renewal, that is to do with the quality of its leadership and getting rid of factionalism. The National Executive Committee will also look into the framework of the ANC response to the recommendations of the Commission of the State Capture. We know some of the party's high-ranking officials are implicated to do in the Commission's report, and that is the likes of Thabang Makwetla, who is the Deputy Defense Minister, and Gwena Mantashe, the party's National Chair and Minister of Minerals. It will be interesting to hear what did they have to say about the fact that both parties are questioning the integrity of the report as far as their implications are concerned, with Mantashe having made it clear that he will be looking to review and have the report set aside in relation to his name. Another matter on the agenda is the consideration of the recommendations of the Electoral Committee chaired by the party's former Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe. There were many disputes which the committee had handled since the local government elections back in 2021 in November last year. There is an item on the international relations on the agenda, and I am sure that the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war will be discussed. We know the stance of the government where President Cyril Ramaphosa urged many not to take sides but prioritize mediation. But he has put the blame solely on the military organization NATO for the war due to its expansion nearer towards Russia. So I think an important matter that would also not be left out and left unattended is the guilty verdict against Women's League President Bathabile Dlamini. You would remember that she was found guilty of perjury recently. So the question really did, well, should she step aside? Once it concludes, the NEC, that is, we will get details on a press briefing whenever the party statement is ready. Either sometimes you do get access to the closing statement of the president, but I'm sure whenever the party is ready, either tomorrow or even on Tuesday, once they have that consolidated statement of the National Executive Committee meeting and what are the other matters that they've discussed, in particular the reports into the Women's League and how far along are they in ensuring that they sit for the conference. Very important. The ANC Youth League is meant to sit for a conference later this month. That is the formal date which we're given to do, but I don't think, from what I've seen, it may not sit, because some regions only concluded yesterday to hold their conferences like the one in Mopane. But I'm sure we'll get more details from Mnongeba Mhlaudi, the convener of the African National Congress Youth League.
Thank you very much.